everyone, this is Tina with Overall Adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to collage in your journal, but really what I like to call intuitive collage. I'm going to show you why collage is important and give you a little sneak peek into how I use collage in my own process. First things first, you're going to need a bunch of images. I actually found a bunch at my recycling center. And a glue stick. That's really about it. I don't actually like this glue stick, don't really recommend it, but I like the Scotch brand, not Elmer's. Anyways, so what you're going to want to do is really think about your intention for your journal. What are you going for? What kind of energy do you want? And I like to rip images before I actually go into the journal. And I really like to tear mine and just like the edges. I think it's a little bit more natural, a little bit more organic looking. And I do have a couple stickers that I keep nearby. So you have a couple options. You can tear up the images you like before you collage, or you can kind of just intuitively go. The key for me is to move fast actually while you collage. Don't think too hard about it. What we want to allow is for serendipity to happen. So even though, you might not know what the images mean, when you get to that page in the journal, there's usually a moment where it somehow correlates with the image, which is actually really cool. I like to put an image every 2 to 3 pages. This is a great tool for motivating yourself. You want to get to that cool image. And it also just makes the notebook feel less blank. I think a lot of people when starting a journal feel really intimidated. It's like, oh my goodness, the whole journal is blank. How am I ever possibly going to fill it? This is a great way to make mistakes, dive in head first. The notebook already feels loved, already feels lived in by the time you start to write. So this is a great strategy if you're someone who's really like intimidated by a blank notebook. And it's really important just to really listen to the journal, listen to yourself. I don't like to really think so hard. Again, I like to allow room for freedom, for creativity, for possibility. It always happens that when I flip through and get to that page, there is some kind of relevance. So this particular journal is my summer 2017 journal, and I took, an hour or so just to really kind of scrap it up. This is my index. If you want more info on an index, click the link above. And here's just a little quick flip through of what I ended up doing. So it's really every 2 to 3 pages, I have some kind of image that gets me excited. I want to keep writing towards that image. And again, there's really no right or wrong here. It's whatever feels best for you, whatever feels best for the book. So it doesn't all have to make sense. The key is actually to not think so hard, not necessarily make it so aesthetically pleasing. It's just allowing mistakes to happen, allowing happy accidents to happen, allowing messiness. So you can go with a color scheme if you want, but I personally like a little bit more freedom, a little bit more intuition to kind of come through. And this is just such a great way to really motivate yourself to write more in a journal if it already feels full. You can add little pockets, you could add little paint samples, graph paper. I always like to add a little envelope in the back page just to collect little goodies, tickets, things like that. If you end up collaging in your journal, please let me know. I'd love to see what you end up coming up with. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Tina with Overall Adventures. Peace.